everyone, Zach Pakoff here, and welcome back to another lesson video. Today, I will be going over the 14-4 text. So let's jump right into the video. Okay, so as I had stated before, I'm going to be going over the 14-4 text, which is the fourth lesson in chapter 14. And in this lesson, we will be learning about planning and recording an allowance for uncollectible accounts adjustment. Alright, so there are some key terms that I'd like to go over before we start the accounting part of this lesson. So uncollectible accounts are accounts receivables that cannot be collected. The allowance method of recording losses from uncollectible accounts is crediting the estimated value of uncollectible accounts to a contra account. The book value is the difference between an asset's account balance and its related contra account balance. And the book value of accounts receivable is the difference between the balance of accounts receivable and its contra account, which is allowance for uncollectible accounts. Okay, next we're going to be talking about the allowance method of recording losses from uncollectible accounts. So we're being introduced to a couple new accounts here: uncollectible accounts expense and allowance for uncollectible accounts. Uncollectible accounts expense is an expense account that has a normal debit balance, so it increases by a debit and decreases by a credit. Accounts receivable, as we've learned, is an asset account that has a normal debit balance, so it increases by a debit and decreases by a credit. Allowance for uncollectible accounts is the contra account to accounts receivable and has a normal credit balance, so it increases by a credit and decreases by a debit. Alright, next we're going to be talking about estimating uncollectible accounts expense. So when we calculate estimated uncollectible accounts expense, what we do is we take the total sales on account amount, which is $124,500, and we multiply it times the percentage, which is 1%, or 0.01, and that will give us the estimated uncollectible accounts expense amount, which is $1,245. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to be talking about in this lesson is analyzing and recording an adjustment for uncollectible accounts expense. So when we analyze and record an adjustment for uncollectible accounts expense, there are a few steps that we follow when doing this process. First, we enter the estimated uncollectible amount in the adjustments credit column. Next, we enter the same amount in the adjustments debit column. And finally, we label the two parts of this adjustment with a small letter E in parentheses. Alright, so that is the end of the 14-4 text. In the next video, I will be going over the 14-4 work together. Okay, thank you.